What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you guys the best settings and fixing your settings, so make sure you guys switch to these settings right away. It's going to help in ranked and everything, get more kills, get more wins, and even hopefully beat some of those hackers, because I know they are flooding everywhere in ranked play. So let's get started with the display settings. Always make sure you have full screen exclusive on. If you have full screen borderless, you will not get as many frames as possible. Your display monitor, your adapter, screen refresh rate, you want to have it on auto, whatever the highest one is. For PC it's 240, so auto 239.760, 1920 by 1080. You go down to display gamma, it's 2.2. For NVIDIA reflex, low latency, my CPU is the bottleneck, so I use on plus boost, but if yours is GPU, you can just use on. Then we're going to go all the way down here. We're going to have focus mode on 0. HDR, the high dynamic range, is going to be off. And let's go on to the quality. So we're going to have custom 100 for the render resolution, dynamic resolution off. You want to make sure you have fidelity CAS on, or for the upscaling and sharpening. Then you have to put the CAS strength to 100. Make sure it's at 100 or your game will look very pixely. 80 for the VRAM scale target. Then we're going to go through these, so follow along here. We got this. Texture resolution will be low. These are the most important settings for details and textures to make sure you're getting the most frames possible on your PC. So low for this, texture filter and anisotropic, normal, depth of field off, low for detail quality, very low for product resolution, bullet impacts off, persistent effects off, shader quality low, on-demand texture streaming minimal, normal for the local texture streaming quality, very low for shadow quality, off and off and off for these three, static reflection quality low, tessellation off, volumetric quality low, deferred physics quality off, weather grid volumes off, water quality off as well. Then we will go to view. For FOV, I like to play on 100, but you can play anywhere from 97 all the way up to like 107, or if you want your game to look like a montage, you can play it to 120, but anywhere from like 97 to like 105 is usually like the sweet spot that majority of players play on, at least professional players. ADS, I use affected, so when I aim in, my whole screen does not aim in. If you use independent, it will aim your whole screen in, so if you want to check that out, you could try it. Then I use wide for the weapon field of view. Make sure you have world motion blur and weapon motion blur off. Then least for first and third person camera movement, so your camera is not shaking at all when you're moving. I have inverted flashbang off, and that is it for the graphics settings. And now for the controller settings, I use default flipped. So that means I shoot with my L1 and R1, aim with my L1, shoot with my R1, throw bump or tacticals with my triggers. I use 6.6 sensitivity, probably the best default sense to use. I would say a lot of people are playing on this or 7.7 because it's slightly faster. Honestly, I wish there was a 6.5 in this game, but 6.6 I've just played on it for so many years that I like it and it feels really good. Controller vibration, I have that off. For dead zone inputs, you want to put your left stick to 0, your left stick min to 0, left stick max, you want to have it as low as you can, but not too low, because it's going to allow you to strafe quicker. You won't need it. If you put it all the way up at 99, you could see like the red line. You're going to have to go all the way out there to start strafing and moving, and for the game to detect your movement. So I have it on 90 right now, but you can move that depending on what you like. I'd say the lowest you want to go is maybe 70. Then I will say for the right stick min, you want to have this as low as possible as well. I will show you after I show the controller settings how to do a test where you should put the right stick min. Your left trigger and right trigger, you want to be on 0. Then moving on to aiming, we'll go to aiming advanced settings. You want to put on dynamic for the aim response curve type. Dynamic has been the best one since it's been introduced in Call of Duty for multiplayer. I know it might be different for Warzone from time to time, but make sure you have it on dynamic. For ADS sensitivity transition timing, you want to make sure you have it on instant. It will usually be on gradual. Your settings can reset, or if you haven't changed it yet, I think it defaults to gradual. So make sure you have instant on. And then we're going to go to movement. For sprint assist, you should have sprint assist on to help with the omni movement in this game, to be able to run in all directions instead of having to double tap your analogs every single time. It's definitely the best to have. Mantle assist I have off, because mantling, you can mantle a lot of things in this game, but you want to make sure you have that off. Crouch assist off as well. For slide behavior, I used to use hybrid, but I was diving around a little too much and it was getting me killed, unfortunately. I miss diving around, but right now I have slide only on. I recommend hybrid because it's the best way to use all the movements. And I do miss hybrid for like in search and destroy, being able to dive around and make plays like that. But right now I'm on slide only because my diving was getting me killed a little too much. I was going a little too crazy with the hybrid. My automatic airborne mantle is off. Make sure you have this off so you are not mantle on. You do not mantle on everything, because when you jump near a wall, you'll mantle on it and you'll give the other team a free kill. It is not very fun to do. For Remove advanced settings. You want to make sure you have single tap sprint on for this tactical sprint activation. If you have double tap on, you need to hit it twice to be able to like start sprinting. Single tap is great. Single tap run, it makes you go like the fastest, but single tap sprint is very good. Make sure you have door bashing on. And all these ground and mantle, oh no, make sure you have this off as well. And this is how you test your dead zone inputs. You have your left stick on 0, you put your right stick on 0 as well. Depending on the controller, whether it's new or old, it's gonna have more stick drift. So let's shoot, let's see if it moves. This one is moving slightly to the right, so we will go back to that and we will up it to, let's say 2, and then you're gonna shoot again. And if it does not move, right when you find the right number it doesn't move at, you keep it there. And now we are in interface. Let's just go to this, to telemetry. You want your FPS counter on to see how much FPS you're getting in the game, packet loss and server latency to see what server you're on, if you're on 2 ping or if you're on 70 ping, packet loss to see when you're lagging or anything like that. And then these are all just other personal preferences you can use. You want the clock, you want the time, you can also put the time up there. Then you're going to go to color customization. Color customization, this allows you to change whatever you like. You could change you to be a certain color. You could change your team to be a certain color, your enemies, the flags, the SND bomb sites, the hardpoint hills. You could change all those to be different colors. This is all personal preference. And then you can go to gameplay HUD for your HUD presets. I use mission interface, so it's slightly different from standard. You just have a compass at the top and it shows some objective stuff at the top instead of like under where the lives are on standard. But if you are on standard, I will show you what you should do. You are on standard, you want to make sure your minimap is square. Square is bigger than round, so you see more. Minimap, yes, and then scale, I just have this all in like 100. Basic stuff right here. Minimap rotation is on. Make sure your minimap rotation is on. And back in interface, square, minimap rotation on. Player, you want to make sure you have that on full name so you see more of the player's name. If they're hiding like a bush or something or a dark corner, you'll still be able to see their name. And then crosshair. So I have this on static. You could have this on, static, or center dot. And then you can change, make sure you have crosshair dot on. You could change to default or have it on default, larger or largest for like a bigger dot. It will help with your centering to know exactly what you are looking at when you're running around the map and stuff, and where you're centering. Now you can change the crosshair color as well. So you could change it to literally any color you could think of, from orange all the way to purple. A lot of people love like the teal color, because that was like the old school dot Black Ops 1, the teal X. But you could change it to any single color crosshair, which is pretty awesome how you do that in the settings. So make sure you take advantage of that if you do want to have a certain color crosshair. Hit marker visuals, yes, you definitely want to have hit markers, damage based hit markers as well if you get like a headshot or anything like that. And all this is pretty basic, but also make sure you have your HUD bounds, because when you first get on the game, they're going to be wide or big like this. So you want to bring them in. Use your left analog to just bring them in. Then make sure you apply. And now for the audio settings, my master game volume is on 80. My game music volume is on 0. So if I'm in the lobby chilling and I turn this up, you start hearing the gameplay, and I do not want to hear that. So we're going to put that on 0. I keep everything else, my dialogue effects and cinematic volume, at 100. I use a Go XLR, so this is what it is. But if you use like an Astro Mix Amp or something, whatever it may be, you have to set it to that. For audio mix, I use Sucker Punch. A lot of people either use headphone bass boost, headphone bass cut, but personally I prefer Sucker Punch. I think it's just easiest to track where the footsteps are exactly coming from and pinpoint them. Then down here you want to have your reduce tinnitus sound on. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Then you can go to hit marker preset. You can use default or classic. Like classic is the original Black Ops hit marker sound, but I just use default. Then we're gonna go to voice chat, even though it doesn't really matter. This is just what you want to have set up. So when you take people as a body shield, you can talk trash to them. But so I'll just show you guys this real quick. And last but not least, we're gonna go to account and network. Okay, I've been disconnected from the lobby. All right, they're trying to ruin my video. Account and network. Then you go to dismemberment and gore effects, and you turn this off. This might save you an extra few frames, because pretty much when you're shooting and then blood starts splatting and going everywhere, you will not see that anymore now, and you might get a few extra frames. But hopefully these settings do help you get more FPS and more frames, and just generally play the game better, get more kills and more wins. Go out there, go dominate rank play, and hopefully you don't run into too many hackers. But if you guys made it to the end, you are a real one. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and as always, my name's Attach, and I'm out. Peace.